What's up everybody, Dr. Dylan here. Here is the frog base to improve hip mobility. So there's a few different ways that we can tweak this. I'll show one and then I'll show some ways that you can adjust that stretch. What I'm gonna start out by doing is going hands and knees, widening my knees as far out as I can. My heels, I can start directly in line with the knees or I can start to bring them in slightly. Everyone's gonna be a little different depending on your mobility and the anatomy of your hips. From here, I'll start to lower down. If you're a little tighter, you may need to start on the hands or you can drop down to the elbows. What I wanna think about doing is sticking my butt up into the air with an anterior pelvic tilt, extending my spine at the same time. From here, I'm gonna rock my butt back towards my heels as far as I feel like I can. You may want to just spend a couple repetitions rocking back and forth. I'll show this from the side as well until you find your end range. So again, knees will be as wide as you feel like you can. Adjust your foot position as you need to. From the beginning, anterior pelvic tilt, drop down as low as you feel like you can. Rock back, butt towards the heels, and now find your end range into that position. Focus on your static stretch first, 1 to 2 minutes, deep, calm breathing. Try and elongate that tissue, relax into the stretch, make sure you're fully at your end range. And then we'll go into the pails and rails. So I'm just gonna come up into this tall position here. Where you're at, I would want you to stay at your end range. So if you're on your elbows, that's fine. The pails are gonna be squeezing both knees down into the floor. So I'm trying to bring my knees together and engaging that elongated adductor tissue when I go through those. And then the rails are gonna be the opposite direction. From here, I would try and spread my knees further apart, engaging my outer hips and my glutes to drive the knees as far as I can. So if I was gonna go through a set, I would be at my end range, deep breath in, radiate tension, tighten the core, start squeezing the knees in towards the mat or the floor, build that tension up as high as you can comfortably. We're looking for max intensity, hold for 10 to 15 seconds. Opposite direction, I'm gonna try and spread the knees further apart, engaging those outer hips, max intensity right off the bat. Hold 10 to 15 seconds. There's your pails and rails there. You can finish off with some rocking back and forth. One way that I may adjust this stretch too is again, besides bringing the heels in towards the butt a little bit or outwards, I can bring them in and I can stay tall and then start sitting back, butt towards the heels as far as possible, and then start to change levels. So I'm focusing on that anterior pelvic tilt or arching my back. You'll see it from the side here. So I'm trying to arch, stick my butt back behind me, sitting down into it, and now I'm slowly gonna lower in as deep as I can. So just another way to find your end range, use which one you prefer, and then go through the pails and rails from that position.